Hey guys, welcome to Amelia B's Crafting Adventures. I'm not doing a craft today. Nah, I just wanted to get y'all caught up with some things. So, hold on a minute and we'll do that. See you in a few minutes. Guys, it's fixing to rain. That's why I'm inside. I was outside earlier and I did film some things I wanted to show you. So we'll get to see all that. I'm sitting in the living room and just kind of relaxing. I'm going to have a busy weekend. You know, I'm just going to have a busy weekend. I can explain more about that later. I've been doing a lot of quiet crafting. I don't know, not anything I think that I think that you guys would want to see on Amelia B's Crafting Adventures. A lot of the embroidery, I was working on those jackets. If you hold on a second, I'll go get them so I can show you a little bit of some of the ones I worked on. But some of them I can't show you because they're gifts and they would ruin that surprise and we don't want to do that. So hold on one sec. Okay, so these are just some jean jackets that I purchased. I really like them. They're soft and they're that, washed look, and they got this kind of ruggedy stuff on them. And then I took them and on the back I embroidered, this took a long time. This is a little cottage with a cottage garden because that's kind of the mood I'm in. And then I did the little tree coming up. So there's this one. Look at that collar's all crinkly that I did. And then I showed part of this other one on the Instagram. It's the same jacket. And then on the back I did the sheep grazing in the little field. And then I did the tree. And this is just all French knots. So those are a couple of the little projects I did. Now those I am gonna do on the Withering Cottage with Ariana at some point. I just don't know when. And these jackets are an extra large. And then I do have some larger ones that I'm gonna work on. I've just been doing quiet needlework. I'll show you some other things. Oh, I have this beautiful box here. I have this beautiful box for my punch needle. It's old barnwood, painted barnwood red. And I've just been doing some silly Halloween things. This is just a series of little rustic primitive pumpkins that actually this is going to go around a little mason jar, and then I'll do a wire hanger around it. And then I've been working on these little pumpkin punch needle guys. He'll be stuffed and he's going to sit on like an old tiny oil can. Yeah. And then these little guys, which I can't finish yet because I need some little things to finish them. And I'll put a picture of this up on the Instagram, or I'll show you on a video when I'm done. They're just all different little pumpkin guys. And they're going to be a little, I can't think of the word, bunting kind of thing. Yeah, a bunting kind of thing. So I've just been doing some quiet needlework. This one, I'll show you if you can see. This one was a kit I got off of the Etsy, and then this fits on a little wooden box, and I haven't finished that yet. I do have everything to finish it, but I was waiting where I could sit down and finish everything together. Yeah, so I'm doing things, but I'm just doing kind of like I said, quiet things. Not not anything that I think you necessarily want me to share with you. Though I mean, I could show you the process of the needle punching and the embroidery. Um, I just don't know if you're all interested in that. It's just, I guess, my brain is telling me I just need quiet times. I feel good. I have got my energy back. I've been busy, but when I'm doing my artwork, crafting, projects, I'm just doing quiet things, and I guess that's what I need to do right now. And I'm very excited. I was able to get my countertops. They're not installed, but they're cut and ready to go in. I was able to get my faucet, um, and I was able to get my farm sink, which has an apron front. None of this is installed yet. I have the flooring for the kitchen. I have everything I need. Um, it just needs to be done, but I'm ready. And then I had all the tree work done, and I was so pleased. If anybody lives in my area, Polk County, Paulding County, Georgia, Cobb County, let me know, and if you need a tree guy, I'll send you this guy's name. I'm thrilled with everything they did. The cleanup, the cutting down of the trees, the safety, they were obviously insured, they'd have to be. And I was able to get, like I said, the cleanup, it was huge. Deceased pine tree, huge. And you can't even tell. They trimmed a bunch of the trees, and there was a lot of oak, which I'm real happy I can share with Ariana and her husband, the handsome husband, that they'll have firewood for their wood burning stove. So that was a win-win, that was a win-win. And the price was amazing. I was really scared when I was doing it, because thought it was going to be cost prohibitive, but it was wonderful. Other things I'm doing, let's see, I made the fire cider. That's still working. It needs another week or two. I made the fermented pickles. They are delicious. I'm telling you, they're delicious. I added carrots and things in there, and I think I posted pictures of that on the Instagram. Super good, super good. And then my sauerkraut was a fail. I don't know what happened. I kept buying these containers that are supposed to just seal it really well, and they don't. And it just takes like one little tiny fly or something to get in there, and it destroyed it. So it was a fail. I think the next time I make it, the process is all the same. It's just I'm going to put it in a very large mason jar like I did the fire cider, and I'll do the same technique where I put the paper towel on the top with a rubber band and see how that works. And enough with these Crocs. They're just not working for me, and it's frustrating, And fail. Like that doesn't happen in life, right? So let's see, what else can I tell you? Fixing to get ready to do the yard. I put a little clip in there about that. I'm going to do a 5-foot garden around the fence line, which is fairly substantial. So I can put an herb garden, a flower garden, a bulb garden, and a vegetable garden. And I think that'll be plenty. That'll be plenty for that area. I have all kinds of areas, I haven't started working in the art studio yet. Still a little bit too hot. What else can I tell you? It's just going well. I've been really working on my health. Not that I'm sick or anything, but trying to stay healthy. I don't want to say I'm on a diet, but I am on diet, kind of. I mean, there's just certain things I'm not eating, but I'm certainly not hungry, and I'm certainly enjoying food. Um, I've lost about, I don't know, 13, 14 pounds now. I'm down a size. I'm keep showing, my butt crack because my pants are falling off. I guess I need a belt. Nobody wants to see that either. That's just not a thing anybody wants to see. Um, I have a food mill, and one of the things I've been making, so so I bought garbanzo beans, and I do want to show you my food mill. We'll go through that one day. And a bag of garbanzo beans, dried garbanzo beans, isn't very expensive, and a half cup of them makes a cup of flour. And then I mixed an egg with it and the flour, and added a little jalapeno, a little bit of corn, and a little bit of onion, and cooked them in some olive oil, and they're just delicious. They're so delicious. I wanted to do pea flour, but I was reading about it, and it said that it was just kind of a little rough on the kidneys. So I think it's a thing I can do every now and again. I'm curious to try it to see the flavor and what it tastes like. But I really did enjoy the chickpea flour. And as I said, a half cup of the chickpeas made a cup of flour, I want to try making a chickpea bread. You can make an actual loaf of bread with it, or I can make a flatbread. I'm thinking I might enjoy the flatbread. Let's see what else. As we all know, the economy is a little funny right now, and I'm electric heat in this house, and that scares me a little bit. So I bought a gas fireplace. It's really kind of cool. It looks like an old wood stove or a wood fireplace, but it's gas. And so the guy came out today to give me the estimate on the gas tank and hooking it up. I'm hoping it'll be my primary heat source, or at least I can turn the electric heat up high enough. I don't know, something like that in my head, and just again use this as a primary heat source. So, I got to take care of myself. I have to be prepared. In Georgia, we never know what the weather's going to be. In the winter, we could have 70 degrees all winter long. We could get ice storms. I live in a valley, and there's just very windy roads. If we had an ice storm, I'm here, and if I lose power, I don't have a heat source. So, no, I'll have a heat source. I'm very happy about that decision. Just again, taking care of myself, or making sure I'm ready for whatever. I just like to be prepared. When living with Steve, and he was bedridden, and we had a power outage for days and days, and I didn't know what to do. We also had an ice storm, and it was getting to the point where I was going to have to, have him admitted to the hospital because I couldn't keep him warm enough. I think I threw every blanket we had in the house on him, and I tried everything. We just didn't have any heat. I also have a generator now because of that experience, and that's why I bought the gas fireplace heater. Just because I don't ever want to experience that again. And I think, for me, I also don't want to call the kids every time something happens. I want to be able to take care of myself. There's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like it's making me, independent, and I like being independent. And I'm trying to think of what else. I found out that our community offers ceramic classes, pottery wheel. I want to do that. That is a thing I want to do. I was looking at our little civic center, and there didn't seem to be much that interested me in that. I don't want to be in a play. No. That seemed to be a lot of what was going on, and I don't know. but I'm looking for other opportunities to volunteer or teach a class in the community. I'm just not sure. I'm I'm just not sure. Obviously, this is important to me, and I want to keep going with it. But I also understand that I needed this time, you know, to get through all the things. Right? Nothing wrong with that. We're all good. We're all good. So primarily, this was just kind of like a check-in video. I wish it wasn't raining out. But I was gonna just show you the fence line and the baby chickens. You can't believe how big they're getting. And I'm getting, let me think here, how many am I getting a week? 21 eggs a week. I mean, you know, and I'm really happy about it. And one thing I can do too is, you know, I share them, but I can also, you know, put the eggs in a bowl, whip them up, you know, like you're going to make scrambled eggs, and put them in freezer bags. And I have eggs for, you know, cooking, you know, baking, or breakfast, or making a quiche, or whatever, you know. So that's kind of fun. I like that. And I'm telling you, there's nothing like the flavor of an egg that's just fresh out of the chicken house. I love that. Fixing to get ready to paint the chicken house. I believe myself and the tiny human are going to work on that at some point soon, and I'm thinking we may even paint like a mural on it. I don't know. We were talking about just painting flowers on it. Just something. What else can I tell you? I think that's about it. You know, I don't, you know, it's just quiet right now. I think I just needed quiet. I have been just doing what I need to do when I need to do it, you know, taking care of the business. Let's see, I did go thrifting a little bit. I found a local thrift store in my area, and I went in one day, and they had, like, all their clothes was $1, and I wanted some little jackets that I could wear outside when I was working in the yard, but I ended up getting 2 really nice jackets that I'm still going to use for working in the yard. But one was an Eddie Bauer corduroy thing, and the other one was a North Face jacket, and those are going to be great, you know, in the fall and winter for working outside. And I do plan on filming some of the outside work for y'all, and we'll get back into the crafting soon. I'm starting to get the urge, but I guess, like I said, I just needed a little bit of quiet time right now, or not. I don't know if it's quiet, but it's just yeah, it's quiet. Yeah, it's quiet. But I do love you all, and I do appreciate you all, and I love your comments, and you know, just I appreciate you, as Ariana would say, you know, giving me a little bit of grace, and we'll get back to normal. I'm starting to feel normal, and again, please join Ariana on Tuesday nights at 7:30 Eastern time for the Withering Cottage. I'm probably going to make an appearance at some point soon. I'm going to bring these jackets. I worked hard on them, and you know, I don't know if the Withering Cottage group people will be interested in them. You know, at some point, yeah, I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers. I'm certainly not even close to that. But once I have 1,000 subscribers, I can do lives, which I'm looking so forward to. I can't wait to be able to chat with folks, and then we can do maybe a live sale on things like these jackets or something. I don't know. It's been suggested to me over and over and over again to open an Etsy. I don't know. I've heard such pros and cons. If anybody out there has an Etsy, let me know, and let me know what your experience is. I don't want to do eBay. I don't have a desire to do eBay. But I mean, I think something like Etsy, I don't know what else there is, but something like Etsy might be if I can't get, because it's going to take me forever to get 1,000 subscribers. I mean, it's just the way it is. Um, unless I, I do something viral, like I'm walking down the road and my pants fall down to my knees, maybe then I'll get 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, nobody wants to see that. No, no, no. No, no, it's not happening. But I love y'all, and I hope you're good, and I will see you soon. Bye. So here's this fence. It's pretty sizely. They block it. I guess if I was putting in a fence, I would have put it back further forward more. But as you can see, it's pretty sizely. So we're gonna go about 5 feet out from the other side of the fence. And we're gonna till all of that up, all the way down. I wanna show you my Rose of Sharon. She's trying so hard. She is trying so hard. But we're gonna go all the way to the end here and then go down here to about where that tree is. And we're gonna till out about 5 feet where we can. And this is gonna be an herb garden, a vegetable garden, a bulb garden, and wildflower garden. Here's the babies. Look how big they're getting. One of their favorite things to do is to sit on top of their food container, which is hysterical because they're getting so big. Hey, babies. Hi, pretty babies. Where's your sisters? You got anything to say? You have anything to say to the peoples? There you go.